It's a foggy morning, and I am here aboard the Environmental Police's patrol boat. Lieutenant Colonel Moran, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. It's an exciting day. We're out here to observe the cleanup that's been taking place of ghost lobster gear washed up on the Cuttyhunk shoreline. This is the first cleanup of its kind, and we're very excited. A little foggy out today, but it's all good.
So that's why we're here, and that's why I'm here, and hope to get a couple of cool shots. But Cuttyhunk Island is an interesting place in that it's the very first place that there was a base by the English. When Gosnold showed up in 1602, he built a little fort on this island. Yeah, this is way before the Pilgrims that arrived in 1620.
We made
and it's a little island at the tip of the Elizabethan island chains off of Cape Cod in Massachusetts. So now it's time to go photograph. All right, I'm here with Laura Ludwig.
Yeah.
And Laura, what's going on here? What do we got going on Cuttyhunk?
Oh, you know, Cuttyhunk's kind of like it's a really boring, dull place. No, just kidding. Cuttyhunk's awesome, and it has a real unique feature in that it's like way south in the Elizabeth Islands, and it collects all the busted lobster traps that wash up in the storms. So the island residents were really frustrated because they can't really do anything with that. Like, it takes a very concerted effort. So we're out here cleaning lobster traps off of the shoreline of Cuttyhunk Island, which is kind of a fun thing, to be honest. We're having a great time. And there's about 24 of us out here doing it.
Right. And how many traps have you, I mean, I know you started earlier this week, right?
Yeah.
So how many traps would you say you've already collected?
Ah, man, I would say maybe 200. It's hard to say exactly until we look at all the data sheets, but we are collecting all kinds of data on these traps. The oldest ones so far are from 1999, which
Wow.
of course is, I think, the first year that lobster trap ID tags were imposed. So there may be older ones that don't have tags in them. But as you can see, this is a mystical, magical place, so we're happy to be out here helping.
52 residents from what I understand?
This time of year, I think we tripled the population. I think there are 8 people out here year-round.
Really?
In the winter. That's what I understand. About 8 to 12,
8
depending on
people
the
on an island. That is so...
And then 24 of us showed up, and they were like, wow, okay.
All right, so photographically, I mean, I have 3 pieces of gear with me today. I have my trusty 5D Mark IV with my 1635. I have 1DX Mark II with a 70-200, but I also brought along my Leica Q2, which for this kind of thing, it's just because of the way that the focal length, because the way it treats the depth of field, because the optical quality is so amazing, it just makes for really good pictures. So usually I don't carry 3 pieces of kit around with me because it's just, I'm one of those guys, less is more. But in this case, because it's such an interesting place and an interesting project, and the weather is really intense, it's like foggy. We don't. Do you even know where we're going?
I'm just following the road.
right, so as you can see, there's a lot of activity happening here, and visually, it's like a playground, right? So the key to documenting things like this is to do it with different focal lengths, different distances, so not all the photos are basically at the same distance to the subject. As you know, I really like my foreground elements, and the importance of the entire depth of field is something to play with. In this case here, there's layers of stuff that they've collected, but you know, don't feel too comfortable in a spot. Work the situation. For something a little bit longer.